Okay, you guys, so I'm here in my garden. I have these two containers here with the clippers inside. I make my own herbs and spices every year, and I don't like to waste anything. It bothers me to waste stuff. I make sure that everything that I use that is left over that I don't need goes back into the garden. Yeah, so I'm here. Some of my onions are toppling. The garlic stalks are very long, and the stem is very thick, which is a good sign that I'm going to get big bulbs of garlic. Yeah, they look pretty good. Anyways, I'm here. Anyways, I'm here to prune back all the leaves here, and the containers, one for garlic leaves and one for onion leaves. They're both edible. And what I'm going to do is to preserve them. So I'm going to prune them, trim them back. One reason for trimming or pruning the onion is that the more you prune and thin out the tops, the bigger the bulbs get. Provided you're doing everything else, you're growing it in a good soil that is very fertile, and you feed it every so often with mostly nitrogen. It needs more nitrogen than phosphorus and potassium. So yeah, I'm here. I'm going to be doing this. I'm recording this myself, so I will probably be doing it in pieces or mixed with pictures and motion. Yeah, so anyway, my backyard is it's coming along nicely. A lot of blank spaces here, empty. That's because I've planted most of the things that I plan on transplanting here in pots so that the soil can get a chance to relax a little bit and break down some more. So anyways, yeah. So I just finished pruning the onion leaves. I wasn't anticipating it to fill two of the containers, but it has. And it feels like it weighs about 20 pounds each. So like a total of 40 pounds of onion leaves. There are the onions there all trimmed back. Yeah, so I'm hoping that it will get bigger. The bulbs will get bigger. There were some that the leaf were too top heavy, and so it finished the life of the onion. So I doubt that this one will get any bigger, but this one here, those with shorter caps or tops, like this one here, it hasn't fully fallen over yet, but I'm hoping that it might get bigger. But if it doesn't, oh well. You can't win them all. I have some more growing in containers in Goodyear, so I'm going to keep a closer eye on those ones so that I prune them earlier so that it doesn't finish its growing cycle. But other than that, I will also come back and prune all the garlic leaves, not all of them, of course, trim them back and dehydrate them into garlic flakes, just like I will have onion flakes. It's all part of my spice collection. I cook with everything here. I don't waste anything. Like I said before, it annoys me. I figure Mother Nature put in so much work to make all these things available to us. We shouldn't take it for granted and appreciate everything that we have and use it wisely. So yeah, anyways, I'll go home, wash these thoroughly and chop them up in the food processor and then place them in the dehydrator for them to dehydrate. So I'll see you in a bit. So I'm here in the RV garage. Sorry for the echo, but it has a lot of echo here. I brought these things in here, got my food processor. I'm going to wash the onions and take out the bad parts. And I have several of my dehydrators here. I'm going to shred it or cut it in small pieces with the food processor and then put it in the dehydrator and let it dry. And once I do that, I will go back and harvest the garlic. So see you in a bit. So I just finished chopping up all the onions. I have this one here remaining. I got these 3 dehydrator is full, so I'm going to plug it in separate outlets and turn them on. You kind of have to be careful if you're going to turn all of them on at the same time. Use different power sources, otherwise you just trip your bricks or whatever and the electricity will go off. So I'm going to turn it on. Well, adjust the temperature first to 130 degrees Fahrenheit. So here, and I'm going to start it. And this would take about 24 to 48 hours to dry. So I'm leaving it here in the corner there for it to dry completely, and I will fill the rest with the garlic flakes. So the onion flakes now, it's on, and then garlic. So I have 3 of this full. Alrighty. So I'm back in the garden to harvest some of the garlic leaves while the onions dehydrate in the dehydrator. It's been 24 hours so far. I've checked on them. They're looking amazing. Yeah, so anyways, in pruning off some of the garlic leaves, you're not going to do it the same way you did with the onion, because if you do, you're basically going to kill off your garlic. And so what is going to happen is that I am going to take off old leaves. Yeah, old leaves, or like something like this. It's broken, and so I can cut this off. So I'm going to take off old leaves at the bottom of it and leave the new ones on, so it can continue to photosynthesize to feed the plant itself and grow nicely. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm not going to get as much of the onion leaves or garlic leaves as I did with the onion leaves, or the green onion, or whatever you call it. And yeah, and dehydrate them. Yeah, so you have garlic flakes for your pizza sauce, your spaghetti sauce, even your jollof rice and all that. If you like adding herbs and all that sort of a thing to it, well, there you go. You have garlic. It tastes just like garlic. It smells just like garlic, except that it's not as strong as clove of garlic. The same with the onion leaves. It smells just like the onion. It burns your eyes just like the onion. It tastes just like the onion, but it's not as strong as the bulb itself. And so I'm going to finish doing this right here. And then after I finish, I'm going to fertilize all of them with a nitrogen source fertilizer, so this thing can grow big for me. I'm hoping that most do. I don't like tiny onions because it's hard to work with. Yeah, so I'm going to do this now. Ready, see you. So there it is, finally finished. I have 1 container full. I'm going to follow the same steps as I did with the onion. And this is how my garlic is looking like right now. I went ahead and I just trimmed off all the parts that were toppling down. I took off all the old leaves at the bottom of it and then just trimmed it a bit. Still has a lot of green leaves to continue with the process of photosynthesis, so I'm not afraid of this thing dying on me. Yeah, but you cannot do it the same way as you would with the onions and stuff. Yeah, so the onions are bulbing nicely. I just want a good size of bulb onion. But other than that, oh my goodness, I am tired. And then my main source of salad leaves in the house, it was it started flowering, so I had to chop up, make a big chop off lots of the flowers and stuff. I'm taking it home with me to my other home to make a nice salad for lunch. But other than that, my boko boko has started flowering. I'm hoping that all the little seeds that popped over fall will germinate, being that it's like hot now, or not hot but warm enough. All the new leaves are coming in. Yeah, and those beautiful flowers. Anyway, let me get off this thing. A call from Jocelyn is coming in, and I will see you guys in a bit. So I have the garlic in the water now going. Yeah, and then this is the progress of the onion flakes. It's doing pretty good. It's almost done dehydrating. So I would just give it a few hours to make sure that everything is thoroughly dry as I take care of this now, and I will switch them out. Alrighty. Okay, so I just finished chopping up the garlic leaves. Yeah, so this one, I have this one full already, and I have switched out the onion flakes, and I now have the garlic in here to start the dehydrating process. This one is going to go in the other dehydrator. So this one here came from this here, so I have two more to empty into this, and later when everything is finished, I'm going to put them in my jars and then seal them to preserve them. Yeah, it's already dry, so there's no water in it for it to spoil. And then when I seal it, it's by removing all the oxygen there to prevent them from rusting and just changing color and going through that oxidation process. So yeah, let me turn this thing on. Let me clear everything. Just clear it. This out of the way, and temperature, I'm going to increase it to 135 degrees Fahrenheit, and then this can go up to 48 hours for it to dry. Oh no, let me start. Have the cover here to cover it. So now I'm going to put this in the other dehydrator for it to dry too. So see you later. Okay, you guys, so it's been about 24 hours since I put the garlic flakes in here. It's pretty dry. And so I'm going to empty it into the container, and then I brought my jars to seal them along with my the vacuum sealer. Right here, my manual vacuum sealer to seal this. Yeah, so anyway, let me put this down for a second, get everything ready, and show you how it's done. Yeah, so this is how so far the flakes look like. This is the onion flake. It smells amazing. It smells really good. And this is the garlic flakes. Already I have one jar of the onion flakes, and then I'm going to have a second jar. I'm going to have two jars actually of the same thing it looks like. And so now I'm going to fill all the jars and then use this device here. It's a vacuum sealer to seal and remove all the oxygen from it. There are machines that actually does this, but the manual one works better. It does a better job, because you have to like squeeze it with your hands and all of that to make sure that you get the pressure just right and it will seal. So let me just empty this into the jars and then I will show you. So I have the cover here to cover, and this to put on top of it, and the vacuum. So you put this in here and you pump until it reaches 25. The pressure is at 25. It's removing the air. It's going pretty quick actually this time. But my forearm and my bicep, sheesh, it's a mother. Anyways, got there. Yay, okay. Yay, it's sealed. All the oxygen has been removed from here, and so it's going to prevent oxidation, it's going to prevent change of color, and this will literally last on your shelf for more than a year. Yeah, so anyways, I've already done this one at the onion. So after it's finished, you just get the top and you screw it on here. So the next thing I'm going to do is to go on my computer and my laptop to make labels and put it on there. And I will take you to my pantry to show you some of the stuff that I have preserved. I've been very lazy when it comes to labeling, but because it's my own stuff, I eat it, I know exactly what it is and stuff, but it's always a good idea to make a label for stuff. Anyways, we'll see you. Hey you guys, so I'm taking you to my pantry. I'm trying to organize stuff here, but in any case, these are all some of the things that I've done over the years. Like I said, no labels on here, but I know exactly what they are. So these are some of my peppers from the garden that I've preserved into pickled jalapenos. Oh, they're so tasty, the most delicious thing ever. And then my lemon juice, when I harvest my lemon from the backyard garden, I also preserve them for summer lemonade. And these are like sobolo and vinegar, apple cider vinegar that I made years ago. Some of them have labels on. Those that do, it's because I was giving them away as presents. Yeah, so these are some of the things that I've done. So apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, sobolo, pickled jalapenos, pickles here, some goat meat. Yes, I preserve my own goat meat. There's some of it back here. Some sardines that I've preserved, and also mackerel that I've preserved. Yeah. So I enjoy doing all these things for my family. Oh, here too, some of the jams that I've made years ago. This is persimmon, and these are pineapple, different fruits and all of that. And when it comes to my peppers, ginger, garlic, all these things, yep, I have them there. So I have my spices and my seasoning for the whole entire year. I wish my hand was tall enough to actually get up there. But yeah, so I'll go on the computer, make labels, and put them on there. And let's see, I make my own coconut cream yogurt for those of the people that are lactose intolerant and stuff like that. Anyways, yeah. So this is it. This is the preservation of some of my food from the backyard. I don't waste anything. Yeah, so toodaloo.